really, we can start this show. So even though we've just spent the last 20 minutes like dinking around, this was all about Bok Choy Boy. We wanted to do a little interview thingy-dingy with the people who made Bok Choy Boy. So this is a game coming out pretty soon. We built it for iOS. It'll be on Intel App. It'll be available for download on Mac and PC. And we just another big hoot out to our friends at Unity. We made this whole thing in Unity, and it rocks. Ba-bam! So, Bok Choy Boys are these little guys. And which camera am I looking at? This one. Camera. And what they are is these little figurines, and there's a dozen of them right now that are out, and you can go to like Walmart or stores like that, and there's little vending machines, and you get these little critters in the vending machine. But they have a whole nother series of 12 new guys coming out. And so they wanted to pair this with a video game and do it kind of together. So we got involved. We're pretty fired up. And at first, we really thought we were going to make just a silly little shovelware game. And that's not to disrespect the tool. It was just sort of what we imagined sort of scope-wise. But as we got more involved with the characters, started telling the stories, it got really fun. And so we just decided to build it out a little bit more. So Ryan, I'm going to go to you now. And just tell me a little bit about sort of the nature of the game, what it's all about, and how it works.
All right. Well, Bok Choy Boys, the game, is a spin on the classic tower defense genre. And so what we're doing is we have this little girl who is an orphan, and she has been found by her great uncle in an orphanage in New Shanghai. And so he sent his butler off to fetch her and bring her to him in Santiago, Chile. And so the whole game is takes place in the dreamscape of Susan's mind as she is traveling with this butler, and these evil creatures called the Numbskullz are out to her. And so what happens is that in the dreamscape of her mind, the Numbskullz attack her, and these little Bok Choy Boys, these little guardians, we're calling them, dreamfold with their powers of nature and defend her against the encroaching Numbskullz who seek to numb her mind.
So you said it's a tower defense game, but it's not just a tower defense game. It's different than that.
Well, it's a little bit different than that. It's kind of a mashup of tower defense, chess, and those strategy games like StarCraft or something. So the idea is that you have the Numbskullz approaching from one end of the field, and you have your Bok Choy Boys standing in place within the field, and you can move your Bok Choy Boys around to attack the Numbskullz in a given radius. And so we have a lot of cool visual effects. It's a really beautiful game, and we're excited about it.
All right. So I'm going to trade guys now. So Gavin is our technical artist, and so he did all of the 3D work, all of the animation. And tell me a little bit about what you guys saw there and what you tried to accomplish with the characters.
Well, one of the things is these Bok Choy Boys are very, they're very small, very cute, and, we wanted to make sure that all the animations, all the models, all the particle effects stayed with that, kind of petite cuteness. So there's a lot of over-exaggeration and stuff. It's just really very slapstick, and I had a lot of fun with it. I went with the kind of mood of bringing gummy bears to life, and
right on.
That brought a lot of fun to it.
Gavin's work, I think, in particular, was what started us down making this game more than we initially anticipated it to be, because he started adding all these complex animations where they're doing ninja kicks and spins. They've got all these calling fire down from heaven. It's really cool. And we started and we realized that we've got I don't even know how many different animations. And that just sort of led into, well, now we need more interaction, we need more powers, more effects. And so that was, I think, a really turning point for the way that the game developed. Was in, you just took that whole animation thing and just went crazy with it. And we really only have, I'm going to use the term wrong, but I think we really only have one mesh for all the different characters, but then we skin them and stretch them and do all this cool stuff 1,000 different ways.
Actually, you got the verbiage just about right.
Okay, so that's really cool. Then the other big thing is that Nat Iwata, our art director, tell me a little bit about the art you were trying to do and the look and the feel there.
Well, when I came on, some of Gavin's work was already underway, and Ryan, I asked him kind of what he had in mind, and he said, I think it was Victorian Chinese steampunk. So that it's kind of a it was an interesting challenge to try to figure out how we're going to make that, you know, kind of a cohesive look for all three of those coming together. But I think we pulled it off pretty well.
Yeah.
And it was fun to be able to kind of combine, like, you know, top hat and overcoat with like a Chinese collar, or like some of the woodwork of kind of Victorian style furniture with kind of a Chinese motif and using red and things like that. So yeah, it's got ended up with a very unique, cool look, I think.
Right on.
And we were trying to carry that throughout the level and the cutscenes and the, you know, the UI, all of it. So
Cool.
think-
So go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think Seth Stanley, our sound guy, he described it as Jackie Chan meets Sherlock Holmes.
Right.
yeah,
That was a good description.
And the whole vibe really works. You've got this kind of peaceful, contemplative Chinese music, but then you've got these guys with all their crazy powers and stuff. The whole thing's got a really cool vibe to it. So the game, I think you're going to see these QR code inserts are going to first start showing up inside the new Series 2 Bok Choy Boys in or around the 15th of this month. So that's coming up real close. And then the QR code will bring you to our website, bcb2.com. Actually, this is doofus. It'll show up on the screen because I don't know the URL right now. But then you can download the different versions of the game. So you'll be able to get all of the 12 Series 1 guys right up, and then you can unlock the Series 2 guys later. Kind of depending on platform, it plays a little bit differently on that regard. But it's pretty, like, we're really excited about just the way that it came out. Again, I mean, I can't thank Unity enough for a tool that really has helped us do a lot of cool stuff. And please go check out Bok Choy Boys when it pops on the 15th.